this. We're diving into something called a fractal grid for startups.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, and it's all about like building a startup strategy on just one page.
Wow, one page. That's pretty ambitious.
Right. But it's super cool.
It is, yeah.
We're talking about taking a startup from like that very first idea all the way to getting funding and like scaling the business.
Yeah, that's the dream, right?
Totally. So this grid basically helps you manage that whole process.
And who came up with this idea?
So it's thanks to a Dr. Rod King.
Dr. Rod King, okay.
He invented this whole approach.
I'm intrigued.
Let's zoom in on this level 2 fractal grid.
Level 2, okay.
Yeah, it might seem kind of complex at first glance, but it's really all about simplifying things, like a blueprint for your startup.
Okay, so it's a visual tool.
Exactly. It helps you see the big picture.
Got it. I like that.
So imagine you're at like a networking event, right?
Okay.
And you only have like 30 seconds to pitch your idea.
The dreaded elevator pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
In there.
What's that one sentence that's going to make people stop and be like, tell me more?
Okay, yeah, I get that.
That's your hook.
Your hook, okay.
And it's right at the heart of this level 2 fractal grid.
So the hook is like the central point.
Yeah, basically. And around that hook, you've got 4 key areas.
Okay, I'm seeing that in the graphic.
You've got your team, your solution, the market opportunity, and the problem.
Okay, those make sense.
They're the foundation of a strong startup, right?
Right, because they answer the big questions every startup faces, like can you actually do it? Do people want it? And can it make money?
Feasibility, desirability, viability.
And this grid helps you tackle all 3.
So smart.
It's about being strategic.
Love it. Okay, so how does this visual grid become a one-page slide deck?
Well, think of it like this. Each box on the grid basically turns into a slide in your deck.
Oh, I see.
It's a direct translation from visual to presentation.
Okay, so starting with the team quadrant.
Yeah, that's all about showing investors that you have the right people to make this happen.
You're proving you can do it.
Exactly. You showcase your team's experience, their skills, their passion.
Investors want to know you can execute.
For sure. It's about building trust.
Okay, makes sense. And then the solution quadrant.
Ah, yes. This links directly back to the hook.
It's like the hook expanded.
Exactly. This is where you dive deeper into the specifics of your solution.
So what problem are you solving, and how does your solution do it better than anything else out there?
Right. You're making your value proposition crystal clear.
And I imagine this is where storytelling comes in.
Absolutely. You're painting a picture of how your solution will change things.
You're not just throwing facts and figures at people.
Nope. It's about making that emotional connection.
Smart. Okay, moving on to market opportunity.
This is where you prove there's a real need for what you're offering.
You're showing that people want it.
Exactly. You bring in your market research, show the trends, customer profiles, competitor analysis.
All the juicy details.
All of it. It's about validating your opportunity.
Gotcha. And then we get to the problem quadrant.
This one's interesting because it's more than just stating the problem.
Right. You have to make people feel it.
You said it. It's about telling a story, highlighting the urgency, the pain points.
You're building a case for why your solution is necessary.
Exactly. The problem needs to resonate with people.
It's all coming together now. Now I'm seeing how each quadrant builds on the others.
It creates a comprehensive narrative.
A story that investors want to be a part of.
That's the goal.
Okay, let's talk business model.
Now we're getting into the numbers.
This is about proving the startup can make money.
Exactly. You lay out your revenue streams, your costs, your key partnerships.
Showing how it all works financially.
Right. Demonstrating that your startup is viable.
Okay, and this ties into funding.
This is where you talk about how much money you need to make it all happen.
How much to reach those milestones.
Right. You're explaining your funding strategy and how that investment will fuel your growth.
Investors want to see a return.
Of course. It's all connected.
Makes sense. And last but not least, the call to action.
This is where you tell people what to do next.
What action to take.
Exactly. Whether it's investing, signing up, visiting your website.
A strong call to action is key.
It turns interest into action.
So there we have it. The Level 2 Fractal Grid for startups.
It's a framework for thinking strategically about your entire startup journey.
It's a way to break down a complex process into manageable chunks.
And the best part is you can apply these principles to other projects too.
Not just startups.
It's a valuable tool for anything that requires clear thinking and planning.
It's like having a secret weapon for tackling complex challenges.
And if you want to learn more, you can visit www.fractalgridding.com.
That's www.fractalgridding.com.
There you'll find more information about the fractal grid and how to use it.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of startups.
It's been a pleasure.
And be sure to join us next time for another deep dive.
Until then, keep innovating.
And happy gritting.
Yes, happy gritting.